So I have literally jotted down points like the pros and the cons that I've experienced in my usage of the Dyson in these 5 days, and it is going to be a completely honest review. If you want to purchase it, this video is going to help you. If you don't want to purchase it, even then this video is going to help you out. Hi guys, so welcome to my channel and welcome to today's video. Today's video is going to be about Dyson. Today I'll be talking about Dyson Airwrap ID. This I think is a relatively newer version of the Dyson Airwrap that we have had before, and I was speculating of getting a Dyson for myself until the PR company approached me and they sent me one in order to kind of use it and review it. And here is my genuine honest review. I'll be talking very honestly about my 5-day experience of using this Dyson Airwrap ID. Everything that I experienced, like honestly how many products you need to use apart from the Dyson, its attachments and everything, like the moves and the serum and all of that. And then I'll be talking about how much I failed on it, how much time do you actually need to spend on learning the Dyson tricks and tactics as to how you have to curl and all of that. And this is the product that I'm talking of, guys. So this is called as Airwrap ID, straight plus wavy, dry, curl, shape, smooth and hideaway flyaways with no heat damage. Personalized curling sequence, wrap style set, all at the push of a button. By ID, it actually means you can actually create your own profile on the Dyson app, which you download. They give a QR code. So you just scan it, you download the app on your phone, and you can create your own profile or ID where you can click the options as to how your hair type is, what kind of results you want, and how long or short is your hair, and are you a pro in using Dyson or are you a beginner, and all those kind of things. And it is going to set a time as to how much time it will require for you to curl it. So this is the box, and the box contains everything. It came really nicely packed. Of course, you're paying so much of money, so packaging is very, very important and crucial. Now, from the box you get this kind of a box. It's very heavy, guys. The box said it is, I think, approximately 3.5 kgs, and literally it feels so heavy. The box is a velvety matte material. It feels very soft to touch but very inconvenient to carry. This is how it looks like honestly, if you are to use the Dyson product, कुछ ऐसा ही दिखेगा in the box. This is like the brutally honest, presentation of the Dyson attachments and the barrel and the body and everything. Okay, so I'm not going to sugarcoat anything. The first thing that we'll talk about, this is the main body on which you attach all the attachments that are provided in this particular box. The body has 4 buttons, if I can show you clearly. So there's this on and off button. This is also the button that will connect your Dyson device with the application on your phone. This is the fan speed. So there are 3 speeds. This is the temperature control, like 1, 2 and 3, right? And this button at the back is the lock and the unlock button for the attachment. This here is the filter, जिसको आपको clean करना पड़ेगा. It is very easy. You just have to clean it. This device is going to give you a cue. There will be a blinking light here. So when the light blinks, that's when you have to open it. And they have provided a brush with which you just have to clean the filter. So it's all convenient. It's all good. Coming to the cord, which is very important. It is a swivel cord. So that means as you move it, twist and turn it, the cord is not going to coil. If the cord coils, you're not using the Dyson right. This is the plug that is provided in the Indian version of the Dyson. And this is a very normal plug. Simple. It does not require a power plug. Simple plug mein. This plugs in and starts working. And yes, I think this consumes a power of 1300 watts. So that was the basic thing about the Dyson body. Coming to the attachment part, let's start with the first and my most favorite attachment. Like, I think this is a game changer, is this one. This is the hair dryer attachment. This is what it looks like up close and personal. Excuse the mark on my fingers, guys. A few days back, my hand was crushed in the hinge of the door. So it was pretty painful and I'm still recovering. But don't worry, it's all right. It's just that, I'm left with some black and blue bruises on my fingers. So this is the hair dryer attachment. This is, I think, a game-changing hair dryer. Like, you will experience the best hair drying system on your hair, or the best hair drying experience on your hair using this hair dryer attachment. I have only good things to say about this hair dryer. You just push this button at the back down and then that's it. It's just so simple. And as opposed to a lot of people talking about how heavy the product is, this does not feel heavy at all. This actually feels very ergonomically designed, and especially for this hair drying attachment, I feel like this is just so convenient. I have never ever experienced such ease and comfort while drying my hair. And the temperature on the hair dryer, even on maximum, I feel like is so comfortable. Plus the best part, because it uses very high speed air to dry the hair, this dries the hair so quickly. That means if you give me an hour's time, that Sana, you have to meet me in an hour, I will be pretty much absolutely ready with my hair done, like after a shower. That's what I mean. Like half an hour, I can get my hair dried and I can just straight it or curl it or whatever, and I'll be ready. This is just so quick. This has made my life really easy. So if you go to office and you just dry your hair, get the dryer. I'm not saying just get the entire package of the Dyson Airwrap. They also do come individually. Like just the hair dryer will, I think, cost you 29,000 rupees on discount, I believe. But I heard a lot about the Dyson hair dryer. Now I know what the hype is all about. But if you're thinking of using this hair dryer to style your hair, I'm sorry, this is not going to do anything of that sort. Like if your hair is wavy, your hair will stay wavy. It will just get dried. So I don't think you can give it a blow dried effect with the use of this hair dryer. For that, there is another attachment. I think I've spoken enough about this hair dryer. Words in just a nutshell, if I have to conclude, this one is a must attachment. This is, so this is the maximum sound that it makes. However, all the attachments, including the curler, will make a sound. So I think that is a con. So this actually is a very good product to dry your hair. So I'm actually going in the order of my using the attachments. I first use this Dyson hair dryer wala attachment, and then I go on with this brush. So the next attachment in this Dyson Airwrap ID is this brush. This is the anti-snag loop brush. That's what it is called as. And in a very lame manner, if I have to describe it, it is a hot brush. So the heat and the air will come out of this particular brushing area, and it's very simple to use. This is the sound, this is the noise that it makes. And all that you have to do is go over your hair, which is freshly dried, 70 to 80% dry, and this attachment will make your hair completely dry. Now, with all the girlies having really beautiful hair, which is like thoda wavy and thoda straight, but just a small heating device will make it really beautiful, naturally straight, like natural straight, like with little waves and little straightened. It's not going to give you a poker straight look, and this will also not give you a blow dried look. It will give you a very natural straightened look, but it will dry your roots and will make the hair much more manageable than the drying part. And if you're thinking that taking out and putting back the attachments will be a task, it is not. Once you start using it, it actually is not. And it's just been 5 days me using it. You will find it out when you use it. So there are 3 hair speeds. This is the lowest one, and then the medium, and then the highest one. And accordingly, you have 3 temperature controls as well, as I said. And this will give you a simple, natural, dried hair. This is also a very good attachment. I use it as my second step. These two dries my hair really quickly with very less hair damage. Now moving on to the third attachment, which I've used partially, mainly because my hair is short, and also I don't know how to use it properly, but this attachment is called their large volumizing brush. This is going to give more bouncy effect to the hair, and this will give a really nice, blow dried effect to the hair. Like if you like naturally blow dried hair, it will give you that. And one thing that I have to say is that the hair really does not tangle in the brush, which I think is such a good part. So, and I did not turn the cool hair, so I'm not sure how it works. So this is how it looks like, but you get the gist, right? This is going to give you longer, curls, the softer blow dried effect if you want. And I have not used it as much on it. And then talking about the most anticipated product. This, ladies and gentlemen, is what we are talking about basically. So this is the crux of this entire, ensemble. And there are 2 barrels in here. The 40 mm barrel, which is like a slightly wider barrel, which is going to give you loose and thicker curls. This already is wrapped because I've not used this attachment. This is the tapered barrel or the narrow barrel. You'll get tighter curls on the top or the bottom, how you use it, and then you'll get looser curls. So these are 2 barrels that you get. So that's how you attach it. You push it down, and then you put this in, and then that's all. You'll get to know. You'll just get the hang of it. This particular top part, because this does not get heated. The rest of the part after using definitely gets heated. I've seen a lot of videos where people have said, okay, the barrel doesn't heat, so you don't have to really be very careful. No, it does heat. You have to be careful. You can't just place your hands like this on it. It gets pretty hot, okay? And not as hot as a tong would probably, jo hum use karte hain. Like I had a Philips curler, I've hardly used it, so that gets really hot. But this one does not get as hot, but it gets hot, like it will burn you. So don't touch the barrel right away. But this one, use this. This does not get hot. So for the left side of my hair, I twist it on the right arrow. Yeah, that's how I have. And I'll just quickly show you how it works. So you have to hold the strand. जब मैं इसको use कर रही थी, I was not holding the strand, and the cord gets coiled. And as I told you guys, if the cord is coiling, then you're doing something wrong. Nothing will coil. You don't have to do anything. This will do the job on its own. ये खुद ही करेगा इसको जो करना है, okay? So, guys, I'm not very apt with this one. So please excuse me for my repeated failures and then trials. Curling the hair takes longer for someone who's not very pro. And then you have to wait. Be very careful because the heat will make you red, because I can feel the heat right now. Okay, so that was the heating part. Now I have turned it down and now the cooler air is blowing so that the curls set. A lot of people pin it and all of that. Guys, I can't do all of that hassle. I don't really curl my hair. So I'm just showing you how it looks like. Guys, this is what I have gotten, okay? So I can do a better job. Okay, so now here begins the con part of the Dyson Airwrap. So this is the barrel that I'm using. I'm not using that tapered barrel. You get the gist of it, right? It takes longer to curl your hair if you are a beginner. If you're not a pro, it will take time. You will get frustrated. You will feel like returning the product. You'll feel like, wow, what a waste of money. Because this is for 49,990. This is a pretty big investment that we'll be making if we are planning to buy one of these. This is a lot of money. This could be somebody's salary, a lot of people's rent and EMI. So this is not like just, you know, buying one hair curler. It is actually buying a house. It is a big investment. So the one con, I'm going to read out the pros and cons, like, you know, because I've made a note of it. So if I'm looking down, you know that I'm reading from my notes. I have diligently worked on the Dyson thing, guys, and this video is like 32 minutes. This is going to take me a lifetime to actually edit the video. And so now on an everyday basis, I use a serum and I use a hair oil, like just, you know, 2-3 drops of a hair oil to tame my hair. With this particular equipment, heating device, we all use a hair protectant spray, which we all do, right? ये 3 चीजें तो हम naturally किसी भी hair styling device के साथ use करेंगे. But with hair Dyson, if you want the curls, which these are not pro curls. I am a beginner, guys, so please excuse for that. So for the curls to actually last, you have to use mousse and then you have to use a hair spray. So those are 2 things that are additional requirements if you want the curls to actually last. So that is one con that I feel, because that adds to the build-up in the hair and more products being used, which I feel is a con. But and that's the whole point, right? You're buying this air wrap in order to curl your hair. But I think when you get the hang of it, you get a pro, and even your hair gets the hang of it, I think it will curl perfectly well. But for now, I am finding this slightly difficult, slightly tricky, but once done, it definitely adds glamour to the hair, guys. It adds gloss, shine, beautiful, beautiful, romantic curls, and very bouncy. The hair feels so much fresh, so much bouncy, and it feels like a lot of weight in the hair. Weight in the sense like lot of hair. The hair gets a lot of volume. So overall, if I have to sum up this video, which I have to, because there are like, you know, the video is getting really long. By first pro, very important, is that less heat damage. We all know it is not as hot as the rest of the devices that I have. Honestly, I have Iconic, I have Philips, I have every good device that the market calls really good, and you invest your money in it. So this does not leave your hair crisp and toasted. This is going to leave your hair silky and satiny smooth. That is the first pro. Second, it will give you a professional result. No doubt about that. If you learn how to use this beautiful magical barrel, it's going to give you beautiful curls, like just out of the salon curls. Honestly, guys, I'm not even joking. I got that result once. Then the third, and for me, the most important, very quick drying. So if you just want your hair to dry, get yourself the hair dryer. That is, I think, a non-negotiable thing. If I had known this is so good, I probably would have purchased myself a, you know, hair dryer. Then all attachments are useful. For me, except for this one, generally क्या होता है when you get a styling device, एक attachment सबसे ज़्यादा useful होता है, and then the rest are kind of redundant. In this, you will use all the attachments step by step, which I feel like is amazing. It is value for money. And the last is very important. You have to buy it if you style your hair thrice or more than thrice in a week. Because if you style your hair thrice or more than that, you are actually damaging your hair. You are actually toasting and deep frying your hair every single day. If you style your hair once or twice a year, curl your hair, then this product is not for you. Don't waste your money. And the cons, just, one extra point is there. First, curls don't last long because mainly you have to use a serum and a hairspray for the curls to last. Second, it requires a mousse. As I said, it is just the extension of the first point. Price point, obviously 50,000 is a lot of money, guys. It is, as I said, EMI, rent, everything. So you have to think like 100 times to actually invest the money into this. So is it worth it or is it not worth it? For the money is a big question. I get that. I understand that. Then it is not worth it if you don't use heating devices frequently. Like if you are one person ki shadi aa gayi, then you'll use, or बहुत important occasion hai, then you'll use. You don't style your hair on a regular every day-to-day basis. If you just use a hair dryer, get yourself just the hair dryer and not the entire kit. But if you style more than thrice a week or maybe twice a week, you definitely need one of the things that can actually help you to protect your hair and not damage it in the long run. Obviously, this is very hefty, guys. It is not travel friendly. You will need additional space, additional storage in your suitcase to keep it, to keep it properly stacked. And there are a lot of organizers also. So you have to invest. I think एक organizer जो Amazon पे available है, which is very good, is for 1,000 rupees. So you have to invest in that to properly store it. So it's just not that कि एक जगह रख दिया and that's all. No. It requires its own space. It calls for attention. It needs its own room. And the last part, of course, it's big, bulky, and it requires ample space even in the house. You will need an entire drawer for this one probably. So yes, storage is required in the suitcase in the house. So you have to be prepared for that. Yeah, those were all the pointers and everything that I had to talk about the Dyson Airwrap ID. And of course, it's going to be your call whether or not you have to purchase it, keeping all the pros and cons in mind. But if I have to tell you about the final thing, the result, which we obviously look for, first, less heat damage, and second, you definitely get the volume, you get the shine, you get the curls, you get the result that you desire. And it is like salon. It does not feel like lame or beginner like. It definitely feels very pro and salon like. So I would give this product a thumbs up, Dyson Airwrap. For the pros, definitely. And if pros are your thing, then you should get it. If you feel like your cons are more than the pros, then it is your call to buy it or not to buy it. I'll leave the link of this product in the description box below just in case if you want to check it out. It is also available in Nykaa store. Dyson has a store of its own, so buy from where it pleases your heart. So thank you so much for watching this video. Let me know which other device, heating device, or anything that you want me to review. I would love to do it for you. So leave that in the comment section below. If you've not already subscribed to my channel, feel free to subscribe. It is free of cost, and I would love to have you in my beautiful family here on YouTube. You can follow me on Instagram for a lot of things. Like I do very personal stuff on Instagram. Like, yeah. We can be friends on Instagram. Just the handle is sanarab7. I'll leave a link of it in the description box below. And give this video a like. I've worked really hard on this video. So thank you so much for watching this video. I'll see you in my next video very soon. Till then, take very good care of yourself. And I love you all very much. Bye, guys. Bye.